Why didn't my camera get that firmware update feature? I'm a Lumix user, but this video applies to any camera brand out there. I get it. You bought a camera and a year or two later, there are new models, of course, and a year or so after that, the new camera gets some cool new feature via free firmware update, but yours did not. And that sucks. So let me explain why your camera didn't get it, and also maybe why it's not worth getting upset over. The most common reason is simply hardware. Camera sensors and processors are physically updated every camera generation or two, and a software feature that's possible on a current camera generation may not be technically possible on an older one. The sensor may not have the tech, the processor may not have the power, and that's basically that. Then there's the operating system. Cameras are computers, and they run an OS, and sometimes a feature is written for the current OS, but it may not be able to be written for an older OS. And if that sounds like a cop-out, remember that operating systems take years to write, and many new features are new ideas. So a feature that comes out today really truly may be impossible to integrate with an operating system that's effectively many, many years old. The next is testing. Every single feature added to a camera has to be extensively tested. Testing costs money. Firmware updates are free. So it may not make financial sense for the company to invest in developing and testing a feature for a camera that's several years out of date. And finally, while no company wants to say this part out loud, at the end of the day, new features encourage new sales. If you really want that new feature in that new camera, maybe you got to buy it. So other than that, why shouldn't this bother you? Now I'm speaking largely about Lumix cameras specifically because that's what I know the best. But if you weren't promised that feature when you bought your camera, why are you getting upset that you didn't get it later for free? I've seen comments complaining that Arilog C3 wasn't available for the GH5. Technical reasons aside, when you bought the GH5 in 2017, did someone say, hey, in the year 2025, you'll have Arilog C3 on your camera? No, of course not. When Lumix promises a feature will come to a new camera, it comes. But most new features you don't know about until the free firmware update is released. These new features are simply pleasant surprises to existing owners. Look, unless you drive a Tesla, when's the last time your car got a new feature for free overnight? No, your 2017 Toyota Camry cannot get full self-driving. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to buy a new car. So that's why. Hardware and software incompatibility, financial responsibility, and realistic expectations. Most importantly though, just remember that a new feature in a new camera doesn't make your older camera any less capable. It still does today what it did yesterday. So get out there and shoot something.